Hey, what's up, everybody? Andrew from Fantasy Aid here to give you 5 AL only sleepers. Now, of course, when it comes to AL and NL only sleepers, you need to pay attention to spring training. Like, these guys could still be relevant by the end of spring training, or they could not. But these are my projected sleepers on basis on what they can do and where you can get them in these leagues. But again, watch spring training. Keep looking at these guys. Number one is Trey Mancini, an outfielder for the Baltimore Orioles. He had a very short cup of coffee with the O's. He had 15 at-bats, had 3 homers, 5 RBIs. Was never on any top prospect list, but his minor leagues numbers suggest he could be a decent everyday player. Obviously, a great place to hit in Orioles Park. He's a career 306 hitter in the minors. He hit 20 homers between Double and Triple A last year, and the biggest thing with him is playing time. You know, they re-signed Trumbo. Davis is entrenched at first base, so he's going to be fighting for at-bats. Probably DH. Definitely a situation to monitor, but he could provide some nice power, a decent average in an AL-only league. Number 2, Kenny Vargas. He's never been an everyday player so far. He's played 3 years with the Twins, but he looks like he's currently in line for their main DH spot in 2017. If you take his 3 years of playing time, it basically averages out to a full year of playing. In those 158 games, he slashed .251 with 24 homers and 75 RBIs. Of course, I don't think he's going to hit 250. He'll probably hit a little bit lower than that, but he could provide some cheap power for any AL-only team. Number 3, Mallex Smith. He was traded to the Tampa Bay Rays in the offseason from the Braves, and he looks like he's going to be one of the favorites for their outfield spots. He did show off his speed with the Braves. You know, he got 16 stolen bases with the Braves last season, but he showed little else. If you look at his minor league numbers, he doesn't really have power, but he profiles as a pretty decent average hitter with good speed, and obviously it's hard to find speed late in AL-only drafts, so this is a guy you should look at if you're hurting on steals. And from the minor league, he's got a decent batting eye when it comes to K to BB, so I would think something like 280 with 30 steals, if he gets the job, would not be out of the question. Again, you'd mostly be getting him for steals, but it's pretty hard to find steals, obviously, in an AL-only league. Number 4, DJ Peterson, and this is the guy I hesitated to put on the list because he is the most risky / I don't know what's going to happen with him out of the 5 people on the list. He used to be a really good top prospect, but he fell off it after a horrible 2015 season. But, you know, his stats did improve in 2016. You know, he had 19 homers, and this is minor league numbers. He had 19 homers in the minors, 264 average. But he's not guaranteed a spot on the Mariners roster. If your league drafts early, don't even pay attention to him. You know, they do have Danny Valencia. They have Vogel back also at first base. And if I had to guess now, I would think Valencia is going to be the first baseman. But it's not a shut and closed case. It's something to monitor. He would be worth drafting if he did make the roster in an AL-only league. And then at number 5, we have Charlie Tilson. The numbers are from his AAA Memphis numbers before he got traded for Zach Duke to the White Sox organization. He seems to be the favorite for the leadoff spot in the White Sox from the absence of Adam Eaton, who was traded to the Nats, obviously. One thing with him is he's currently dealing with a minor stress reaction in his foot. Both teams right now are saying it's not a big deal, but it's definitely something to keep a watch on as we go through spring training. If he does make the opening roster and is leadoff, he'll give you a decent average with runs and steals sprinkled in. So those are 5 AL-only sleepers. If you want to meet up with fellow fantasy sports addicts, just go to fantasysportsaddicts.com and join us. We're always mock drafting. Tom and Ryan own the website and have their own YouTube channel, Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. So if you want to join us and do some mock drafts, just check it out. Thanks for watching.